Welcome to the Stranded Challenge. One of my custom challenges I've created to renew my No Man's Sky experience, but also share with others so they can do the same. Just like with any of these, you're holding yourself to a self-imposed rule set that changes how you play. The Stranded Challenge is a bit of a counter to the Fugitive Run. It is less punishing, more approachable, and focused on exploring a single planet. The main idea was to create something that feels more like a road trip. Just you and your exocraft making your way across the world. A big part of why I started making these was to push the idea of proper custom game modes, hoping Hello Games would take this one day further, give us more control and custom starts. Maybe even allow us to share these, create like community created expedition. If you want to learn more about the rules or check out any other challenge, you can find everything on my website and I will link them in the description. Alright, let's start with setting this up. Alright, so let's start in a custom game mode. We're gonna select permadeath, and then we're gonna be setting everything to challenging. The only exception is gonna be death consequences, as if we set this to save delete, then I won't be able to set the unlock blueprints, so instead we're gonna be switching that to items destroyed. So technically this becomes a extreme survival instead of a permadeath, but for me, if I die, I will still count this as the run being over. Next, we're going to be setting blueprints to all unlocked, so we can build ourselves an exocraft. Everything else is maxed out, the tutorial missions will be disabled, and then once that is done, you can lock the settings so nothing can be changed if you feel like this is important to you. And that's it. Let's jump in. So this, of course, is very focused on RNG, all what you're doing, because nobody will have the same experience if we do this, because depending on the planet, depending on the point of interest around you, your experience will be completely different. Nice! Frozen planets. I like frozen planets. Alright, you can see we do have a base computer. We have our spaceship. We are not allowed to use a spaceship. It is as if the spaceship does not exist in the Stranded Run. The base computer I am not picking up. While I did not set it in the rules that it is not allowed, I am not picking up as a base computer. I am building my own once I need it. Now, if we look at my multi-tool, you will see that both my scanner and analyst visor are broken. So we need some carbon nanotubes and ferrite dust. Before I go into that cave, let's see if I can fix that. So let's see if I can find some ferrite dust and carbon to fix this all as quickly as possible. Now, the reason I want to go into the cave in a second is I want to check if the cobalt, the stalactite and the stalagmites have a chance of giving me the... Holy moly, this is terrible in carbon. Okay, there. So, what I want to get is see if I can get silver from those stalactite and stalagmites apart from cobalt. Because silver is going to allow me to refine that into paraffinium, because I need paraffinium to build my rover. So in this playthrough, we are allowed to build a rover and use that to drive around and find whatever we need. Can I make my carbon nanotubes? I can. I cannot fix my... Can I? No, we still need more ferrite dust. So now I can use my analyze visor to scan, because I need to see what the secondary element is of the items. There is some carbon there. I don't think I will be able to, because I don't have an advanced mining laser. Let me just scan this. Alright, now we know we get oxygen from this, which is good. I am gonna try to grab that pot. There we go. That gives me some oxygen. Let's scan this as well. It gives me sodium, which is not bad as well. how much do we have now? I can fix my scanner, which is good. There's another one that I can scan. So, while I will try to avoid scanning any creatures for the moment, because I might come across a scanner upgrade that is going to boost the results of what I'm scanning, like money-wise. So for the moment, I'm only going to be scanning minerals and plants and no creatures. Alright, how many ferrite dust do I have now? Okay, that should be 1 steel plate. There we go. So that I can make a... what you call it? A refinery in a second. Get some more oxygen. Alright. Let's get into the cave and let's see what we have as stalactite. Oh my god, this is the worst cave ever. There's nothing here. Right. I'm going to use this to recharge my hazard protection a bit. Alright, so while we're recharging, let me explain the basics of the challenge. We are stranded, which means we are on a planet with no way off. The ship doesn't exist, so we have to ignore it completely. Now, we do have a bit of knowledge on how to fly a ship, but we don't have a license, which means you cannot buy or use a ship at all, because we are not certified to do it. We are also not a ship engineer, which means we cannot repair one either. But we do have knowledge about exocrafts, so we're gonna build and use those, and that is how we're gonna get around the planet. The only one we are not allowed to build is the Minotaur, because that thing is just overkill. It protects you from the environment straight away, it lets you scan for crashed ships, and kind of skips the whole point of this challenge. So yeah, if we want to get access to a ship later on, we'll actually need to find one first. We're gonna have to claim that crashed ship and then use the pilot's credentials to basically forge our own license. That is gonna unlock our ability to actually buy one later. But before we even can think about that, I need to get my exocraft going. Anyway, those 2 caves were a dud. What I'm gonna be doing, we're gonna be just following the north right now. From my ship onwards. That's going to be following a ley line. Hopefully we'll come across way more buildings like that. And let's see if I can find a cave that actually has some stalactite and stalagmites in it. Because we still need silver as well. And cobalt. How much? I have quite some carbon. These plants give quite good carbon then. Alright, that's good. I wasn't sure if they would give me anything decent, but they do. Oh. Alright, let's see. We shouldn't venture too far before I actually look around. Is there any other building nearby? We got a... wait, what is this planet? Ancient Bones, okay. Jettison pod. Buried cache. Let's check that buried cache out. I should probably scan for sodium, because I will need it for my life support or hazard protection. Let me go and pick up those flowers there, and then we'll go to the buried cache afterwards. Because my hazard protection is dropping. Let's pick this up, and hopefully we get some... let's see. Rusted metal, okay. We can use rusted metal. Let's take the little pot here, and then mine it out. That way we get extra oxygen. Instead of just mining the plant, just take the pot as well. Alright, we're gonna keep moving towards the east. I did see a marker for sodium here somewhere. There we go. Damaged machinery. Buried cache. Jettison pod, buried cache. Oh, is that a cave? It's a cave. Let me just turn my torch on. Do we have any stalactite and stalagmite in here? Is this... Alright, what do we have here? Alright, let's see. Secondary elements. Oxygen. And no secondary elements on this. No. Oh, no. Cobalt. Let me just mine. Silver. Perfect. Alright. So, we need silver. I think we need 25 silver to make 50 paraffinium. So, we will be able, if you look at your building menu, we have all the exocrafts right here. We only can build... I mean, you could build an Outland, but there is no point in using that. You can build the Colossus, the Roamer, the Nomad, and the Pilgrim. I like to use the Roamer, although that... I could actually straight on build a Pilgrim without needing any paraffinium, but I would need 100 silver. Paraffinium. The Pilgrim might also not be a bad one to use, so we could actually use the Pilgrim instead of the Roamer this time. The Colossus is a great one to install or build. The problem is it is very slow, but it has a lot of applications, especially with the latest update. So, let's see, can I get 100 silver from this, or how long is this going to take me? I got 6 silver. If I get 3 per piece... I don't know, could we go further here? Is there another cave? We're looking for a cave that has standing stalactites. No, actually, stalagmites. That's what we need. And this is gonna, like, take a long time to get that silver. So I am getting very... I might think about getting this refined into paraffinium. On the other hand, we can use the cobalt. We can make ourselves some batteries, so we could just keep mining and get a whole bunch of cobalt as well. Now, we got a good collection here, so maybe that might work. I'm going to be trying to play around a little bit with the heat of my beam so that I can get the quickest speed while mining without overheating. Oh, silver and silver. Nice. Gold and silver. Nice. This is a good collection of stalagmites. $120. Okay, we're good. Look at that. Nice. This means I will be able to make a whole bunch of batteries as well in a second. Let me mind you, we can always use some extra carbon. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna use a terrain manipulator. We're gonna dig ourselves a hole, then restore it and put myself back on the terrain. Okay, our plan was to go to that damaged machinery and then we're gonna keep following east. I think I should be able to build this pilgrim soon. Let me just check. Starship launch fuel, great. I need 5 metal plating and 5 dihydrogen jelly. So we need to find some dihydrogen jelly. I mean dihydrogen and make it into jelly. This we need as well, sodium. We're gonna mine some ferrite dust as well in the meantime because we do need it. My life support is starting to drain. If you use your beam like on the maximum heat, you can really get through this very quickly. Just, you know, toggle constantly, like tap your beam so it doesn't overheat like this. Smart ass. I cannot make enough. We need 5 metal plating and we need 40 per these. So that means we will need 200 dihydrogen and 250 ferrite dust. Okay, I should be able to make 5 of those and then 2 for the moment. I wanted to check. I did see this this one here. How much does this give me? Ooh, these are nice plants to get. Oh yeah, great. That means I'm gonna be very good on fuel for my exocraft later on. You know what I'm gonna do as well? Let me just make some batteries. We have enough cobalt. There we go. That's quite a lot. I need one more. Now, I need to check around. Do we have, like, anything buried cache there? Make sure that we don't skip any buildings. We need just one more set of blue crystals. Oh, this is the worst place to walk on. Let me just go and get those flowers there. These are gonna boost my jetpack a bit. Let me just wait until my jetpack is recharged. And let's go. There we go. Suspicious scanner, I'll like. Alright, that is going to boost my flora and mineral analysis. That means we don't need to use it yet for scanning creatures. Right, let's see, do we have any more blue crystals? We are very close to building our pilgrim right now. So, oh, that's nice. That should be one more, thank you. That should be enough to build this pilgrim. Look at that. Alright, let's save changes. Remove platform. And get into it. Now, as you can see, my hazard protection is still dropping. That means that this does not help me for the moment to stay safe. If I want to install the hazard protection module for cold, we will need phosphorus, uranium and wiring looms. I might also want to look for this one here. These and maybe a scanner, so we'll see. Let me just put these into supercharged slots. I don't think that makes much difference, but you never know. And we're gonna keep going into easts. So, got a curious deposit there. Pretty pointless. We got a buried cache up there. So what I'm gonna be looking for now is for preferably using buried cache for like finding upgrades or like metals that allow me to make chromatic metal and things like that. Upgrades would be nice because upgrades would give me the possibility to get wiring looms, for example, as well. Another thing I can do is kill sentinels to get wiring looms. I'm gonna throw this away. This is unvaluable. Anything else I want to put away? Let's put the silver in my pilgrim. Like that. The condensed this one. Anything else? We could move some carbon over in my pilgrim as well, because that is what we're going to be using for recharging. There we go. Alright. Got a buried cache there. And then we got a damaged machinery up there. So let's do that buried cache first. I always have a few people like asking, but how do you forge a license? Just that you know, this is like a self-imposed mechanic. It's not really something that happens in the game. You're just acting as if you're forging a license. It is something that we do in most of the challenges, you know, acting these things out. My god, these are nice upgrades. That is boosting my overheat time. Nice. If I keep collecting these nice upgrades, I might have to find a better multi-tool. I don't know what it is with condensed carbon, but I always feel like I need to go and mine it. I mean, we are definitely not lacking carbon here, so that's a good thing. Can I? Thank you. I'm not sure how long I will make these episodes. I need to check, like, where there's a natural cutoff point. I was thinking half an hour, but it might be maybe an hour. We'll see. Now we're gonna go up there. No, because otherwise I'm gonna get too much off the beaten track. Oh. Now oxygen is something we should collect. Especially for now. Alright, some damaged machinery. And we got some salvage data there. There was a... This is also going to be money. I think that's going to be our way to make money, honestly. Because I don't think there was anything else we could get, except for maybe the bones. But I doubt these bones are going to give me any decent value, I think. Jettison. Abandoned crate. Yeah, we need to find something as quickly as possible. Like phosphorus or... I should check if I can make phosphorus. That was the only one that we really need now. Phosphorus for cold and uranium. Phosphorus and uranium. Let me have a quick look in a second to the No Man's Sky app to see if I can make phosphorus and uranium from other... No, that's not what I wanted. Alright, what are you going to give me? Emerald, perfect. That's going to give me chromatic metal. Next, we're going to keep going east. There's another buried cache down there. In the meantime, let me just quickly check the No Man's Sky Assistant app to how we can make phosphorus and uranium. So, how to make phosphorus? It's pretty simple. We need to find dioxide. Now, if I check my planet's discoveries, we can check. There should be dioxide deposits here. So we can just go and get the dioxide and make phosphorus. Now, to make uranium, we can actually make uranium from phosphorus and pure ferrite, which means I can, if I find dioxide, just make a whole bunch of phosphorus with that and then make my... Yeah, alright, so that would work. Phosphorus, ferrite test. Alright, so let's see if I can find some dioxide. In the neighborhood here, there's copper. There's some dioxide right there. That's going to be putting me off the track, but I think I want to focus first on my health. This would be a great planet for a Colossus, by the way. The amount of ferrite dust I would be collecting with the excavation blade in front, my god. That's a nice large deposit, though. Can see I'm putting my mining beam, my terrain manipulator beam to the minimum, because that is gonna give me way more on return than using a large or mid-sized beam. It goes quickly, but you lose a lot of it. You know what? Let me use my beam to get some silicate powder first, so that I can fill it up completely with 100% and then focus on the dioxide. So as you can see, I'm now using my large beam because it doesn't really matter how much I take. There is enough silicate, but it goes much quicker. And now I'm gonna use my small beam again because I would prefer to take most of the dioxide out of this. I don't really know how much we will need, but maybe 500, 600 in total. Okay, I was like, why is my temperature not stabilizing? Alright. Can I check what we need to build a refiner? Ionized cobalt, magnetic resonator, and quantum computer. We will need magnetized ferrite and ionized cobalt, antimatter, chromatic metal, and microprocessor. We can build this, although it might be a bit of a challenge to get all the materials for it, especially because a lot of this is going to request chromatic metal. Chromatic metal for this, and chromatic metal for making antimatter now. Where is my antimatter? Okay. Can I build a portable refiner here for the moment? And what I would like to do is start to drop my emerald in here and fill up with some carbon. There we go. That should start making some chromatic metal while I'm keeping at mining this dioxide. If I could make the portable refiner in my backpack, that would make it much easier for me to do any refining. I wouldn't have to look into building a base computer anymore. I could just dump the stuff into my backpack while we continue doing the journey. So I think this might be the way to go. Can I put something else in here in the meantime while we're waiting? I got some rusted metal. Let's drop that in here. Because we need to make magnetized ferrite anyway. So if I want to make you... We need antimatter first. We need one antimatter, but I need how many? 3. So we need 3 antimatter. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got this already. So now I just need 3 microprocessors. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. And I'm missing chromatic metal. Yes. So we need more chromatic metal. I will need quite a lot of dioxide because one dioxide, let me just check, 1 dioxide, 2 dioxide will make 1 phosphorus. And how much did we need again for this phosphorus? We needed 80 phosphorus. That means I will need 160 dioxide for only this. But then I also need to make uranium, and I need 2 phosphorus for 1 uranium. That means I will need... another 100. So we need like 500 dioxide in total. In the end, dioxide is good to have because it also allows me to refuel my life support. $75 magnetized ferrite. I don't remember anymore why we needed magnetized ferrite. For you, 40 for each. I need 80 magnetized ferrite. And none here. Do I need any magnetized ferrite for you? No. Alright, so I'm gonna be skipping this bits ahead. I don't want you guys to just stand here while I'm trying to get all this dioxide mined. So I will see you again once I'm done with this. Just to speed this up a little bit and don't get a too boring playthrough. So I'll see you in a bit. Was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2 of those and 3 of the quantum computers. Okay. So I'm gonna make 2 of those. And then let's see. For the quantum computer, we will need 3. So I will need more chromatic metal. And we need to make more of those. So chromatic metal and this. I think we're good here. And then we have this. We are still working our way to phosphorus. So the first thing we want to install is the portable refinery. See if I can find some copper or something. There is a building there. So we might first go there. It's so incredible how easily you get distracted of your task. Like, okay, I'm gonna do copper, I need chromatic metal, and then suddenly, oh, I see a building, let's do that building. But yeah, we need a ship anyway, so let's see. Ah, stupid antenna again. Waste of time. Alright. It's either way, were we driving to the east from here? I think we were driving east now, so... East. There is another building there, and there might be even copper next to it. No, it's cobalt. I'm just checking. Do we have any... No. Alright, let's go to that building. Okay, this is a pretty disappointing spot as well, but in the end... Sodium nitrate. Nothing found. Ah, that's because my inventory is full. Let's put this in my pilgrim. Let's put this in my pilgrim. Let's put this in my pilgrim. Can you please take this one? Thank you. Alright. And then we can sort this out. No, this one. Dihydrogen jelly. Did we need more dihydrogen jelly? I already forgot. We will need a whole bunch of ionized cobalt as well, so I should probably just... Yeah, I might have to get some cobalt from a cave. There is copper there. We could go and get it. It's a bit off the path, but we need chromatic metal. I would prefer to find like another buried cache with like emerald or indium, but copper will work. Let me just double check. Is there... Oh, any buried caches nearby? Nope, nothing. Where's my bike? Honestly, I would prefer another stellar metal. Because copper only gives, I think it's 2 by 1. No, it gives 2 copper gives 1 chromatic metal, so it's not efficient. This is a teeny tiny... I am gonna risk the buried cache, guys. If I can avoid the copper mining, let's go and check. With a bit of luck, fingers crossed. Come on, give me something good. Pure ferrite. Okay, I cannot do anything with that. Let's go to that building there. No, the building. Oh my god, the hit points. Okay, let me just drive there. The collision of the, like, interaction points can be such a pain. Another waypoint. I mean, not a waypoint, but another save point. Pretty pointless. An abandoned crate. This one might give me another microprocessor. Did we go to this building? I think we did. Let's go to this abandoned crate first, though. Because if this one gives me another microprocessor, that's less chromatic metal again. Gek relic. I don't really need a Gek relic. What is this planet? This is a Gek system, so I will keep the Gek relic because we will need one if we are looking for a portal later on. Okay, there was a building there, 500 U away. I don't know if we already visited that one. This might have been the antenna that I didn't interact with. And hop. Yeah, we were here already. Alright, east. Copper. I think we might have to just mine copper to get the chromatic metal. I'm not looking forward to this, but okay. So, we need a whole bunch of chromatic metal, and was there anything else? Let's see, is there a microprocessor in here? Fingers? Fingers? Come on, give me microprocessor, buddy. Iron battery's okay too. And a microprocessor, perfect. So the only thing we need now is a little bit. So if I go to my exocraft and I want to make these, I got enough. We just need more chromatic metal. Okay, that's a decent deposit. Alright, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna dig myself inside the copper, put my refinery inside, and make a whole bunch of chromatic metal. So what I like to do is try to dig underneath the deposits in the hope that suddenly this counts as a protected area. There we go. And now I can just keep mining copper from the bottom without worrying about hazard protection. Let me put my refiner here again. Fill it up with some carbon. And drop the copper in here. While you're doing that, I will continue getting copper. Copper, 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 copper. I can make one. I need 75 times 3. So that's gonna be 150, 225, I think. Which means we need 450 copper in total. Because if I refine copper, remember, 2 copper becomes 1 chromatic metal. Anyway, let me just mine more, and I'll be back when I got all the chromatic metal. 75. Let's put some more copper in there. We're gonna need a lot more chromatic metal anyway, so you can do that. And let me see, what can I make? Alright, we got 3 of those. So now we only need one more thing, and that's chromatic metal, I think. No, ionized cobalt. We just need ionized cobalt. Why did I not need so much chromatic metal? Did I want to install something here that was chromatic metal focused? No. No. I don't know what I needed anymore for extra chromatic metal then. So I just need to find a cave now. Let's keep going east. And let's also mine some more carbon. Oh yeah, great job. Now the sentinel is annoyed with me. There. We could go and get some buried technology modules. We will need money anyway. And hopefully we come across a cave or something along the way. We could also stop here and get this damaged machinery. And there is some more buried technology underneath there. There. There was a bird cache here as well, no? Yeah. But it didn't give me anything special. Oh, there's a drop pod there. There might be a cave nearby. I'm out. I think it is actually a cave down here. It's a perfect place to stop. Yeah, let's go and check if there's any cobalt we can get. If I can get a whole bunch of cobalt, refine it into ionized cobalt, and we should be fine. What are you doing here? Damn it! And I don't have a bolt caster yet, so I cannot really shoot them. Right. Stupid sentinels. Guess I can add that to my to-do list as well. Get myself a bolt caster. Alright, 1 more second. Alright, thank you. Now I can go back inside. Let's get mining again. You still here? Okay, let me go a little bit deeper then. How much cobalt did we get? 77. I'm gonna put my portable refiner here. We're gonna put all this cobalt in here. We're gonna have to make a whole bunch of that. Alright, so let me do that. Let me do some mining. I'll be back once I have everything. Okay, we got some geodes as well. And drop the rest of that cobalt in there. That goes back into my exosuit and continue making. How much did we need in total again? 120. I'm actually almost there. I just need like 14 more. And I think that's it, no? Yeah. Okay. So the other two things are still in the Pilgrim. So let's just take all that, go to the Pilgrim and install the refinery. Alright, so let's get this portable refinery set up. And I think this is actually a good place to leave it for this episode. Next time we'll focus on getting some proper hazard protection onto the Pilgrim, and then we really can start making some progress and our way across the planet. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like. It really helps out the channel and the video, and let me know what you think of this kind of challenge format. I'm curious to see if this is something you like to see more of, maybe if you want to like to try it out yourself. Anyway, this is it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Beeblebum out.